Wukong and Fireboy. Oh, joyous. Sure. I hope I don't regret this. I might regret this pick. It's very possible. If you've ever played a MOBA, you know that games can sometimes go very badly. I've played a lot of MOBAs, including this game's counterpart / Western copy, Arena of Valor. Is that a penta? Yes, let's go! From that experience, I can tell you that players can be very toxic. They'll give up easily when they're losing, and a majority of players, in my experience, don't understand how to adjust when they're behind. So, I want to take you on a little journey today. The game I'm about to show you is a bad game. I did not play well for most of it. In fact, I made several mistakes along the way that made the entire situation a lot worse. This game was impossible. Do we turn it around? Well, come along with me and let me show you what happened. A big part of this game is leveling up and earning gold faster than your opponent. I do that by going into what's called the jungle and defeating the creatures there. A smart or aggressive enemy can try to invade, which is exactly what my enemy did, to try to put me behind and at an immediate disadvantage. I don't know what the point of that was. Oh, their jungle invaded. He does have my red. Okay. Do I go after his? That's stupid, right? Yeah, it is. After the enemy's invade was successful, I considered a counter invade, but I decided it was too risky and that I wanted to play it slow. Yeah. Please don't die to Wukong, bro. Oh god, I'm just dead here. Oh, I fucking missed, bro. I knew my mistake. At the start of the fight, I had missed a crucial stun ability, and that prevented me from killing the enemy jungler. The rest of the fight was effectively a lost cause. And I knew that that was my fault. I'm just not on my game today. It's so bad. But I don't like to give up, and I believe many of these games are still winnable. So, in spite of the increasingly difficult odds, I was still thinking about how we could turn it around. Alright, we'll go topside rotation, I guess. Wait for this. So far behind, I'm sure. Gonna have to be careful of Wukong. Speaking of, he knows he's ahead. I'm not fighting that. My character's invisibility had allowed me to get away for now, but the enemy jungle hit so hard that it was honestly a very close call, and I was starting to get nervous. I was behind and they were playing aggressively. That was not a good sign. Yeah, it's GG. Honestly, he's just 2 ahead. Yeah, Jesus Christ, bro. 2,200 gold on him already. We're already 1,000. Well, okay, that helped. Okay. Alright, I mean, my team pulled through. I needed them to do something, and they did, so let's see what we can do. Can't give up yet. Even though I was losing to the enemy jungler, my team had come through with a big early game fight. Now they were fighting again in the bottom lane. Knowing that I couldn't rotate, I decided that we would have to trade those kills for an early game objective, which would give us stronger minion pushes in all 3 lanes. While it wasn't ideal, at this point in the game, I was still feeling like our situation was workable and that we could still win. Nice. Okay. Alright. Not the worst situation to be in. Oh my god, there's no fucking way. That was a bad decision by me, and I knew it. Even if I had been able to kill one or both of the enemies, dashing into the open away from my team on this character is a death sentence. That had all been completely avoidable, and I knew that my lapse in judgment had put us even further behind. I'm playing so stupidly right now. Like, just not smart what I'm doing, honestly. At this point, I knew what the strategy needed to be. Play slow, be patient, and try to catch up in gold and levels. I just have to farm. I can't fight right now. I mean, I can, but like, I'm not gonna really be able to do much. Yeah. See? He doesn't even die there. He should be one, but he doesn't. He doesn't die. The thing about playing from behind is you still have to look for opportunities. I had gone for one and failed, and at this point I knew I was hurting my team. I'm feeding. I just can't. I'm useless in a fight. Alright, it's alright. We just farm. How does he? What is that? A series of bad decisions, missed opportunities, and lost fights had me losing hope. Not wanting to show my anger on stream, I decided to turn off my camera and mute my microphone so that I could focus on the game. Our only chance was if I avoided fights and focused on catching up in level, but even that wasn't easy. The enemy was targeting me, making farming nearly impossible. And that was when my teammate decided to call me out in the chat, pointing at my 0 kills and 6 deaths as the reason we were losing. I didn't have time to argue with my teammates about whose fault it was, so I muted my entire team and just continued with my strategy. Level up, push waves into towers, and try to play the slow game to eventually catch our opponent sleeping. And there it was. Even though I had died, technically, we won that fight. The enemy was getting overconfident, and so there might be an opening if we continued to be patient. And again, the enemy pushed too far to kill me. I died, but we killed 2 in return. I was getting focused hard, but I knew my strategy could work. At this point, everything I did was intentional. Every rotation, every movement towards or away from my team had a specific purpose. If I played it right, we could win. I won't pretend that the anger went away. I was pretty mad at myself for playing that fight poorly, but I knew that it wasn't enough for the enemy to end the game. I tried to settle myself, focus on my strategy, and get back to work. Holy actual dude. Oh my god. Get actually rolled. Good lord. Whoa. Talk in the chat again, bro. God. Damn it. And the sad thing is, I will never get credit for that. I will never get credit for what I just did. Mr. 11-3 Elaine over here thinks he's hot shit, and I'm never gonna get credit for the fact that I just played my patient game, farmed up, and waited so that I wasn't feeding anymore because I recognized what was happening. If I just keep fighting like I normally would, I'm 0-20 and we get rolled. Instead, I adjusted, played around my teammates, waited until we caught up a little bit. I'm never gonna get credit for that. Woo! Sorry about that, y'all. I had to mute and go off camera because that one was a little tilting. Oh my god. Not a good early game for me. Like, I'm not saying none of that was my fault, but like the adjustments I made to allow us to get back into that game. And Elaine's never gonna understand what happened in that game. And there it is. I will never claim that this was a good game for me. I made a lot of mistakes, and I definitely was not the MVP here. But there were some very important adjustments that were made along the way, none of which would have been possible if I'd have given in to anger and frustration as we went. And I know I'm not the greatest player to ever touch a MOBA. I'm never going to be. But I'm pretty proud of the adjustments I made in this game, and I hope you were able to get something out of it to help your own games. That's all for now. If you enjoyed, please do leave a like and consider subscribing. I'd love to see you over in my Twitch stream sometime as well. Stay safe out there, and I will see you next time.